Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, man. I promise you. Whew. I promise you. I promise you. They bet not. Listen, I just got a notification from the good brother Tyrone Magnus, and the caption was, they recasted T'Challa for Black Panther. And Marvel, I don't know what y'all got going, but y'all bet no. They do the stuff they've been doing been mad weird. They've been doing some mad weird. And I heard they bringing back Jonathan Majors. So if they making Jonathan Majors T'Challa, they bet not, because they've been doing weird stuff. You see, they got RDJ as Doctor Doom, which to me still is baffling, and it's like, yo, why? Like, what's the point? Why? It's crazy. It's crazy because I've been on a Marvel bender lately, and the first few phases were so good. Like, the Infinity Saga is just so good, like so well executed. You see the growth. You just see these characters fall into who they are, and by the time Infinity War and Endgame hits, it's just like, and I have a newfound liking for Endgame. I liked it initially when it first came out, but Infinity War was just my favorite. I think Endgame might be my favorite now. It's just so good. Like, you just feel for these characters, and the stakes are so high, and it's just a good movie. But anyway, let's go to Tyrone Magnus's page, and let's see what he's talking about.
Finally!
What do you mean?
Oh my God!
Tyrone, don't make me unsubscribe to you. Ain't no finally. It ain't no finally.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the headline. Let's check this out here. Oh my God.
Oh, he going somewhere else.
Well, it looks like Marvel Studios
Cosmic
is
Wonder.
ready to cast a new Black Panther in the
I
MCU.
fuck with the Cosmic Wonder, too.
I want to be specific
About
here.
damn
We are
time.
talking specifically
His son?
about T'Challa, not another character who takes on the mantle of the Black Panther.
Okay.
like Shuri.
All right.
But Marvel
So how are they going to do this? Are they going to go back in time and show some other stories about him since they've killed him off?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Studios actually recast
Alternate version.
Right.
T'Challa that Chadwick Boseman played. Now, originally, Marvel Studios decided to not recast T'Challa. They did this to honor the...
okay, before they go further, now if they are showing us a T'Challa from an alternate universe, then I'm cool with that. But if it's in the universe we know, and they somehow try to make it seem like he was never dead the whole time, and then okay, I could see that. I could see that happening. I might be cool with that.
The memory of Chadwick Boseman. And
But then they didn't honor the memory of, I forgot his name, but who originally played Thunderbolt Ross, right?
so Shuri became Black Panther in the MCU.
Yeah, but those are two different type of characters. You can't really compare or say that that's the same thing when it's not, you know. Thunderbolt Ross was, not saying he's not an important character, but he's not a lead character. He's a side character. You know what I'm saying? He just now became a lead. And the only reason they recasting him, I think, because they had plans for him to be in this new Captain America movie. So it's not the same. Come on, Tyrone. You know it's not the same.
Starring in Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever.
we know why
which
they
had
recast
very
him.
mixed reactions.
No,
There were
we know
a lot
why
of
they
people
did
out there
Shuri.
who wanted T'Challa to be recast, not out of any disrespect at all towards Chadwick Boseman, but for respect and praise and love for the actual character T'Challa. In fact, one of my friends, E-Man, started the Recast T'Challa movement because what he meant to him and what he meant to his children and what he meant to a very large community. But Marvel Studios decided to not recast T'Challa.
I don't think they recast T'Challa because it was so fresh from when Chadwick Boseman passed away that they didn't want to make it seem like, well, it's just business as usual, you know. I think I think that was a big blow to them. You know, T'Challa was born for that role. He embodied the Black Panther. Like, he embodied that role. And I think they didn't just want to just seem like, oh, it's just business as usual. You know, we're just going to we'll keep it pushing. You know, we'll like I said, with Thunderbolt Ross, they had to, because he had such an integral role in Captain America 4. It was like, yo, we got to recast. You know, we can't. This is who he was supposed to be, the Hulk. We got to recast it. And they replacing him with Harrison fucking Ford. Like, come on now. And I like the original Thunderbolt Ross. Like, I didn't even know he passed away recently. But it's You know, I think that's disrespectful. You're like, oh, just recast him, recast T'Challa. No, let his character breathe. Like, let it breathe. I'd rather them not made another Black Panther and just let it breathe, and then right now maybe recast him and come out with Black Panther 2. You know what I'm saying?
However,
Which was one of the worst decisions ever. They should have recast him immediately.
No, see, I disagree.
now it seems like they might
Nah,
have changed
hell
their
no,
mind,
that's disrespectful.
as a new report states that
Isn't too important of a character. Tom Holland passed away. Would you not recast Spider-Man?
No.
Don't say you wouldn't. 'Cause
No.
You know you.
No, because we already have different variations of Spider-Man, so we don't need to recast him. You can bring in Spider-Man Tobey Maguire. You can bring in Andrew Garfield. Come on, Tyrone, man. Use your fucking head, bruh. If you died today, God forbid, would you want Scarlett to, I don't know, his girl name is Sky. Would you want her to go get a new boyfriend? Would you say, hey, replace me? If I pass away today, just replace me. No. Bitch, grieve for me. The fuck? Now, I get it. For the storyline, it sucked. We had to get that fucking woke-ass Black Panther 2, which had its moments. It was a great theatric movie. But storyline-wise, it was kind of shitty.
You would, Disney.
not only has Marvel Studios changed their mind about not recasting T'Challa, but they have actually already offered the role to an actor. So think.
Who, the dude from Black Adam? He looked just like him.
No,
I thought he was him.
It better not be. It better not be.
He turned into Hawkman. I was like, this dude need to be the next T'Challa.
No.
Seem to be in full motion for recasting T'Challa, which makes sense because thanks to Denzel Washington, we know that Black Panther 3 is in the works. When Denzel Washington was doing interviews for Gladiator 2, in one interview he started to talk about retirement and he started to list a few projects that he has until basically he's done, and in that list was Black Panther 3. And what's very interesting is that he actually apologized to Ryan Coogler for leaking it, for putting it out there that Black Panther 3 is happening. So this is 100% confirmed. They clearly have a story of what they want to do, a direction to go ahead and sign on an actor to play a specific role in the movie, Denzel. And now it sounds like, thanks to the multiverse saga, we could be getting a new T'Challa, which might give us the best of both worlds. This report is coming from industry insider Jeff Snyder from The Insider, a longtime industry veteran who has been on quite a
The Insider. I see what you did there.
hot streak recently with his scoops and reports, and he recently posted this to his website, theinsider.com. Rather than recast his signature role as T'Challa in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Marvel wisely laid the character to rest and passed the mantle on to his sister, Shuri, played by Letitia Wright. While Black Panther grossed $1.35 billion worldwide and was a bona fide cultural phenomenon, its 2022 sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, took in just $850 million worldwide. That's a difference of nearly $500 million, and Wright didn't exactly endear herself to the studio during production. My point is that with Marvel reshuffling the deck in advance of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and Robert Downey Jr. coming back not as Iron Man, but as Doctor Doom, I'm told that the door is firmly open for T'Challa to be recast via the magic of the multiverse. In fact, I heard that an actor was actually offered the role this past fall, a couple of months after Downey's big reveal at Comic-Con, but they turned...
Now, bring him in for Black Panther 3. Don't woke it up, and it should be a hit.
Turned it down, not wanting to jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Boseman's gigantic shoes, which may be too big to fill, even for Hollywood's most talented black actor.
Nah, I think you could do it.
Tyrone, shut up and play the video.
Pull it off.
Shut up.
And it is certainly true that the shoes to fill are very, very big. However, I do think that a lot of people really do want T'Challa to continue on in the MCU. Now, Jeff Snyder states that the multiverse is the key here. The door is firmly open for T'Challa to be recast via the magic of the multiverse. And that's 100% correct. It's
Keep
the
repeating
perfect
itself.
opportunity for them to do this if that's indeed what they want to do. And if what he has heard is true, that's entirely what they want to do. If they've already offered the role to another actor, then they are actively trying to do this. The multiverse is the perfect solution to recast T'Challa, and the multiverse saga is the perfect...
See, the reason that they couldn't do that initially is they hadn't introduced the multiverse. If I'm mistaken, you can post it in the comments. But when Black Panther 2 came out, the multiverse wasn't introduced to the MCU yet. So it wasn't... That's why that door wasn't open yet. I think that's one of the reasons why they wanted to dive into the multiverse saga for stuff like this. So it wouldn't have made sense for them to recast. Not saying it wouldn't have made sense, but I get it why they didn't recast T'Challa, because we didn't have that option yet. And any actor that would have took that role, that would have been they would have had hell to pay. Nobody would have been good enough. They would have got panned. Now, since so many years have passed, and with the introduction of the multiverse, another actor could come and play a T'Challa from a different, and he doesn't necessarily have to piggyback or be as good as Chadwick Boseman because he's not technically from that universe. You get what I'm saying? Like, the pressure isn't on, because they would have recast somebody, all they would have said is he's not as good as T'Challa. That's just what would have happened. It's like if they would have recasted somebody after Heath Ledger's Joker passed away, and they wanted to use him in Batman, the other Batman with Bane in there, and they would say he's not good enough. It happened with Jared Leto. They compared him to Heath Ledger. It was years after. 2016. Heath Ledger died in 2008. And they compared, hey, no, he's not good enough. That's just what would have happened. So Marvel was like, yo, we already know what's going to happen. Whoever we put in this role, it's not going to be good enough.
Perfect opportunity to get it done, especially because recently, and we'll just call them rumors for now, there's been rumors that when we go into the next saga after Avengers Secret Wars, there's only going to be one Earth. There's only going to be a focus on one universe, which makes sense because we're going to be coming out of the multiverse saga and going into something completely new, a universe where finally the Avengers can exist with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four all together, which means in any of these films, Avengers Doomsday, Black Panther 3, or Avengers Secret Wars, Marvel can recast T'Challa via the multiverse, and in the new universe that comes after Avengers Secret Wars, whoever that person is can be the main T'Challa in the main universe moving forward, because this new universe is going to be essentially a combination of a bunch of different universes. Now, this seemingly does go against what seemed to be Marvel's new plan of getting a T'Challa in the MCU by having Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa and Nakia having a son, also named T'Challa. And some people think that this is what Jeff Snyder is referring to. They're going to be casting somebody to play the role of T'Challa's son, who is also in turn named T'Challa. However, I don't think he would be mentioning the multiverse if that was the case. Plus, if they weren't talking about T'Challa's son, they would continue to have the same problem that everybody was talking about when they originally showed us that T'Challa had a son. That problem was the age gap. The child T'Challa is just that, a child in the MCU. We'll have to jump forward about 15 years into the future, and many people don't really see a way how that can happen in the MCU with the current timeline. However, since we are in the multiverse saga, and we know that not just multiverse travel is going to be involved, but time travel is going to be involved as well, it is possible. It's very messy, but it is possible. But alternatively, the better solution is to simply recast the character using the multiverse as a way to do that. It's relatively clean considering what is about to happen in the MCU with Avengers Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, the Fantastic Four, and Avengers Secret Wars. They're going to be pretty big multiversal projects. And although I do definitely respect Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige for not recasting T'Challa to honor Chadwick Boseman, I think that decision is kind of coming back to haunt them now, as a lot of the fandom over time has kind of leaned more towards the side of they should have simply recast the character. You could still, of course, honor Chadwick Boseman while still continuing the legacy of this very important character in the MCU. And although Black Panther 2 was not as good as Black Panther...
I just wish Marvel had the same morals and backbone when Jonathan Majors went through his case. I wish they stood firm and like, listen, we saw the tape, we reviewed it. What we saw is not somebody that did something that was accused of. We're still standing with Jonathan Major. He's going to continue to be king to conquer. Like, they should have stood firm with him. Instead, they tucked tail, and then they let that man lose his job and lose his career. And now they want to bring him back for pennies on the dollar. That's what I don't like. That's one of the things I didn't like. But I like what they did. I like the fact they didn't recast him. I think it was a collective effort. I don't think Coogler wanted to. I don't think Angela Bassett wanted to. The lady that plays Shuri, they was like, no, like you cannot replace Chadwick Boseman, bro. That dude is y'all don't understand the magnitude of actor he is. This dude done played James Brown, Jackie Robinson. Like this dude was a thespian, man. He was a one of one. You know, I think when it was all said and done, he might have probably went down as the greatest black actor of all time. Like, he was that talented, and people don't realize that. Anybody that would have placed them shoes, dude, they would have got hell for it. They would have never imagined up, and then let the movie flop or not been good. Oh man, it's over with.
For one, I do think they did a really good job at honoring Chadwick, but I do think that it's like Jeff Snyder said.
How stupid was to kill off Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa and also kill off his mother?
That was the stupid part. Now that fucking pissed me off.
Marvel's going to take full advantage of them.
That pissed me the fuck off. When they killed Angela Bassett, I was like, why? What was the reasoning? Like, what for? That shit pissed me off right there, dude.
Multiverse to get a new T'Challa in the MCU, essentially recasting him. And that means that the only question now is, who exactly are they going to get to play him? I do wonder who they offer the role to, who rejected it. I can definitely understand why they would reject it, but I'm curious to who it would be. But who would you like to see play the new T'Challa in the MCU?
All right, so by doing further investigations, what I heard is that Aldis Hodge has been requested. I don't know if this is true or not. I hope it's not true, but they're saying Aldis Hodge might have got the role, the gentleman he named. Now, Aldis Hodge is a great actor, but he just got a role on Alex Cross as the lead. So we need him over there. And while I think he's a great actor, he ain't no damn T'Challa. Aldis Hodge plays the same person every fucking role. It's the same demeanor. Like, he's serious every fucking role. I want to see him in a comedy just to see if he got some comedy chops. But he's literally serious in every role. Like, he's a dramatic actor, it feels like. He don't joke. He's always got this somber look. And his brother's a great actor. His brother is actually more, I would say, more open, or more, you get more emotion out of his brother. But his brother plays on FBI Most Wanted. I forget his name. His last name's Hodge too. But I don't know. All in all, let me know what you guys think. Me personally, I think at this point, yes, we could recast T'Challa. When it first happened, no. I think Marvel did the right thing, paying respects, and obviously, you don't want to just jump the gun and jump into something different, because, like I said, it's going to fall flat. Whether it's good or not, people are going to compare it to this person, and they're going to say it's not good, even if it is good. Just like I told you with the Jared Leto's Joker. So I think they did the right thing. If they were going to recast, or they should have just not did Black Panther 2, and then just, what's the name? Because as decent as Black Panther 2 was, we kind of could have did without. I always measure Marvel movies by if I go back to see it, because that was always my tradition. Like, I've seen Infinity War 5 times in the movies, maybe 6. Endgame 5, maybe 6. It got to a point in this newer phase, I was only seeing the movies 1 time, and I was just like, I don't even have a desire to see that, even if it came on streaming. It was like, nah, I'm good on this. I went and seen Captain Marvel, the new one, twice. The last one that came out, because I thought that was good. The first Doctor Strange, I saw that once. Like, you know, Spider-Man Far From Home, I think I saw that maybe twice. It's just, you know, them first phases just was hitting different, bro. Them shit stuck to your soul. It was like some soul food. These new phases, these ain't it. But post your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.